while my screen seems to disappear, and then I have to shake the mouse to bring it back. And when you do not pay attention, especially a person like me, who knows my mouse is sensitive, has somehow ejected the picture previously at view. I am coming back to repeat what is basically, as you all know me, is almost impossible to repeat. But as you know who I am, I will try my best. Here is a piece of paper. Here are 3 Indian tents. On one tent it says angel. On the other tent it says man. On the other tent it says spirit. Man is now here and spirit is here. Each tent, a corner, represents the other, although the other is living inside. 2 that come close together and one that turns in between, as like the clock or the old rotary dial phone. 3, 6, 9. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 and 3 is 6. You have 6 and 6. You do not actually have 666 unless you're looking at from this one's, and this one's point of view, and then the point of view of the totality of the subject at hand. Okay? Once we have the 9 corners on the phone, it is the rotary dial, the 0, that calls the operator. The operator would be the fully extended last digit of 0, which means 10. Therefore, the operator is the middle of the extension between the heavens, meaning the distance before, and the coming in questioning of who is looking for what, because we do not need an operator. If we're not here, then you don't need one. Only those who know about what we're speaking about know about the operator. Operator, as the first 2 letters, total 31, which says creation spirit. Now, I'm still not good with the terminology of the creation spirit. It's also a communication spirit to the angel. But operator, okay, totals 31. 31 days in a month. There are 217 31 days, okay? And how many weeks would that be? It would be exactly 31 weeks, which would be 3 and 1 is 4. And 13 weeks reversed would be 1 season. Operator is 31, 36, 46, 54 love, 54 love, 55 freedom, 75 egg, 90 birth, 108 love of twins. The operator that brings the 2 sides together, totaling to 108. It's the deck of cards, 52, plus the black joker, 108. 2 decks of cards, of course. So we have the little thing with that in the diary phone. And I found a bunch of paper that I'm not sure how much time it took me to do this, maybe a week. But when I was in that zone and when I started learning this stuff, I needed paper very, very bad. And I had to write. I see some empty stuff. But when in one of the pages it says omega. But right next to it says, oh my God, same thing, same difference. The other thing I was going to mention is that if you multiply 2 by 2 by 2, 2 by 2 is 4, by 2 is 8, by 2 is 16, by 2 is 32, and you keep on going, you get the 512, and that's the megabyte. Then you get the 4096. In my world of numbers, it means the game of the birth of man. Okay, 4096. And that's also a special number, and it can also be created by multiplying 8. Now, if you take the number 8 and you multiply it for its 8 causes, you can do it 9 times. Okay, you can do everything 9 and 10 times. You can do everything as much as you want. We're talking in the basic single digit, and we're not counting the birth. Okay, but 8 times 8, 8 times ends up to be 16, 7, 7, 7, 16. 16, 7, 7, 7, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 6 is 7. You have all sevens from 8. 8 and 7, 8 and 7. 8 and 7 once, 8 and 7 twice, 3, 4. 8 and 7 5 times goes together. 8 and 7 is 15. 5 times equals 75. The fifth and the seventh letter are E and G for egg, Omega God. Do you think these numbers lie? Maybe. Well, what did I look at? What the number? I'm just telling you what the numbers mean. When this comes up, that's what it means. I mean, it tells a story. I add new definitions to the dictionary. I give reason where there was not even a thought before to even have reason. Everybody knows in the dictionary they give expression, okay, but they can't give all the expression. And these are the new words. Webster will come in and say, Raphael, go, yeah, well, we want to take apart what you're doing and put in the new language so we can learn something new. It also works for art, etc., etc., okay? But at the same time, 888 equals this. If you turn it upside down, okay, where are we? Okay, we turn it upside down, okay? Is this right side up or upside down? Oh, here. If we turn it upside down, it's 9-1, LLL, 9-1. 9-1. 91 days in a season. 13 weeks, 7 days, 91. The word spirit, S-P-I-R-I-T, equals 91. Spirit. The way it's said, it's talking about the rice, the richness of the land, the rice. Spirit, 91. How many things can I get? 91. 91, the 9 birth with the 1 spirit equals to 1 corner of 10. Every 10 has to have a reason and a value. They have to connect and mean something. 1 and 9, would you agree that when a child is born, he comes into the world as a spirit? He's really the soul of the earth, but he comes into the world as a spirit child because he has the spirit. What God used to build us out of this ground connects to the energy of life upstairs, what the baby needs. I don't think anything lives without spirit. Unless that plant, maybe right now, God maybe grew the universe, but any real life really never really to me. Anyways, what else did we do? See the letter D? Okay, I'm going to draw another one, and I want to show you 2 differences, okay? Now, when you play roulette, doesn't this look like home base? This is the only other way I can do it if I shrink it. Otherwise, this size cuts out to be a D. This says square center because this and this side is center. There are 8 sticks that are flat. 3 and 1 are 4, and 2 and 2 are 8, plus the 2 half corners. This is home plate, okay? This is what the D must have been made like in the old times, because I found on the roulette table, which is an old thing also, that there's 3 numbers, I think 11, 10, 10, 8, 13. Well, those numbers there, and 26, 29, 28, and 31, and those, they make a home plate design. So maybe that home plate and the D home plate tells you more about what delta, the letter in the Greek alphabet, is all about. Don't forget, we also have to understand our letters. How is the letter A made? They might write it all over the place. You might see it all over the internet. But this is my way, and I show you a reason for it. Not just what it is, but how it got to be. How those dragged lines moved with each other. You do know that if you go around the corner, instead of cutting the corner, you will save 37% cutting a corner rather than going around the corner. Or otherwise, what would happen if you would cut a corner? Cutting a corner takes going around the corner takes 2, and cutting it takes 1.25. What do I mean? Anything you draw on an angle will go down 1.25. How can I say that again? Um, an angle, a straight line is equal to 1. You go around the corner, you go to the corner as 1, you go around the corner as 1. But if you cross it on an angle, okay, an angle straight line is 1.25, the value, the multiple of it. It's 25%. It's a lot of people will say it's 1.33. Me, I like to work with 1.25 as a basic, but we all know the angle at 1.33 is a command and create angle. So I don't like to work with 1.33 because it continues on and on and on, just like pi. So maybe it is 1.33. I'll put it in my documentation that way. Oh my God, omega. Um, has anybody heard of the word underground? Underground. It starts with UND and it ends with UND. And in the middle of underground is ER, emergency room, of GRO, gate rotation omega. It might be the Evans. Aldous Huxley talked about this. He was right. He was damn right. There's something going on somewhere, for sure. If we're not alone, that means the biology places are fully loaded with work to do. So the word underground, okay, the beginning, UND, has a 39 count, and everybody knows 39 is perfect. It means number 10. It means 1010. UND and ST both say the same thing. Okay. Now, the other thing about it is what's in your mind is like in the underground, right? Because Einstein, okay, had ST in his name. And now I can compare ST to UND. So anyways, he was stunned. So underground to begin and to end. And in the middle, it says ERGRO. Well, just reverse that. It says to grow in the underground, to grow from under. Anyways, the word, okay, has 39, and then the center is BC, creation. And then 40, and then grow is 40, which means the game. The total is 63. It says 39, 63, 39. And if you flip it upside down, it says instead of 63, it just goes 93. It just gets reversed. You know what I'm saying? It just gets reversed. What else is in here? Don't really much know. Showed you that D, the other D. You know, I forgot to show you. You see, this D is not as complicated. It goes around one box and then either goes up one line or two lines. I forget what my teacher told me, so if I do it wrong, well, I'll be off by a little bit. But because my totality of everything is in order, I should be over to find the lapse of the actual value. The other one is these. If you make a tic-tac-toe board, okay, and add the U element. I don't know why it's the U. It might be the U because when you go down one level, two levels, three levels, four levels, there's nothing left to do. It just goes all the way around and back up again. So that's basically the U. But the U, okay, there's many ways that the U could have been created. Either it was created for that or it was a connection between the births. And what happens between the births is there's an I, and now you join it together here. The reason one has an extension tail is because that's the electronic tail that connects to the end, to the mother ship. And there's I sitting up there, which is you. I is you. It's you as I and I as you. I mean, it's just common sense what I'm trying. I hope I can really explain this. U is the 21st letter. I is 18. The difference between these two is actually 3, and that number would be creation. The I is the 9th letter. There's 2 I's, okay? That's why the Jack of Hearts and the Jack of Spades each only have 1 eye, because one is the body of the heavens and one is this man on this earth. It's the same thing with all the cards. The queens have all the eyes. The kings are missing 1 eye. Imagine, all the kings in the deck of cards, okay, total 7 in the deck, and God is 7. The queen is 8, and she is the heaven, and man is 6, and man is 6. It's exactly the way it shows in the cards. Go take out any deck, and I'll put every piece of anything I've ever done. I'll quit tomorrow if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll quit tomorrow. Okay, then we have the I and I. 9 and 9 is 18. This is the 21st letter. The difference is 3. 180-degree turnaround. Another reason for getting the I is because it takes up 2 squares. The I goes above it. So is it 1, 2, empty space, 3 rows, 4 rows? Or does the I go right on top, meaning that Jupiter is the dot part of the I? Anyways, regardless to what it is, I'm very tired. So many things. So many things. So many things. Just looking back and forth to see if there's... I've designed so many different things. Monopoly. Did you know Monopoly is 1 for 1 4, 1 for 1 4, 1 for 1 4, 1 for 1 4, 1 for 1 4. Now Monopoly is a corner, 4 properties of some sort, and a train, and 4 properties and a corner, and 4 properties and a train, and 4 properties and a corner, 4 properties and a train, and 4 properties, and go to jail. And 4 properties and a train, and 4 properties and go. Raphael 7286. What's coming in the near future? Something. We all know something's going to happen. It says it in the Bible. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to predict anything. I can show you this card. You see this card? Do you pick up anything in the card? Is there something you sort of see but you don't know? The bike is being driven in the water. They're both inside an ocean. We're inside an ocean, my friends. It's right around me. Except this ocean is an ocean of air. The fish can't live in it. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what kind of ocean we live in? Space. What is in the space that helps us to live is the ocean in which we live. Raphael 7286. I prayed to the Lord, I get stronger, I've been slow. Ask me what you need to know. I am here before I got to go. Amen.